When it comes to saving a life, the time to get you to the hospital is critical. Those in the medical profession call it the golden hour.
Right, in order to beat the clock, it takes a lot of teamwork between our local firefighters, paramedics, Halo Flight, and medical staff.
That's right, and tonight Bill Churchwell brings us the conclusion to his 3 News special report. He's putting our local emergency responders to the test by bringing everyone together in a joint training exercise. Now, we must warn you that the images are graphic.
A driver texting loses control, crashes, and is seriously injured. For these first responders on Padre Island, the next few minutes could mean the difference between life and death. In this training exercise, I'm in the driver's seat and my condition is getting worse. Soon, I become unresponsive and Halo is called in.
Command the fire desk. If you would, go ahead and start Halo to this location.
Looks like we're clear for weather. Oh, we'll have to continue this later.
When the flight crew is dispatched to a scene like this, they know it's going to be bad. The team, made up of an RN, a paramedic, and a pilot, are in constant communication with first responders down below, relying on those on the scene to guide them to a safe landing.
You have no overhead obstructions, no overhead obstructions.
Now on the ground, the Halo team takes over as my life is placed in new hands. The goal, to get me to the hospital as fast as possible.
It's not because we're smarter than any ground ambulance or anybody else. It's just because we've got a helicopter and we're fast.
What can take an ambulance 40 minutes to get to the hospital only takes Halo Flight 10 to 15. On board, we are already headed towards our destination, Christus Bond Memorial.
We're on route with a 40-year-old male involved in one car NBC over on the island.
An alert is sent over the radio, and a charge nurse records information from Halo Flight.
Michelle, I need you to call a level 1 trauma code activation, please.
That code is like setting off a fire alarm. Within seconds of getting the call, this room fills up with at least 15 people who are preparing for the patient they are about to receive.
During the extrication, he was awake, alert, talking. Everything looked okay, but as soon as they extricated him, he started to deteriorate immediately.
The flight crew begins its descent, and a gurney is already waiting by the helipad. Now under the lights of a trauma bay, my condition is reassessed.
Heart rate's down to 120.
Can you get some warm blankets in here, please? So go ahead and put an OG2 down these 2 units above these on the...
Doctors discover my lung was collapsed and the pressure buildup in my chest was cutting off blood supply to my heart. My breathing controlled by a tube already put in by Halo Flight. The trauma team responds immediately.
Third unit of blood is going in.
Thank you.
Work begins to decompress the pressure in my chest and re-expand my lungs.
A lot of times it really does feel like it's you and death, you know, battling it out over somebody.
Critical care continues. Trauma director Dr. Osbert Blow says the people in this room have a passion for what they do.
Think of every person coming in here as always a member of your family and how you'd want them treated. And as soon as you put that perspective to it, people really do respond and step up to the moment.
Blood pressure is good at 115/64.
My pulse stabilizes and this team's hard work pays off. I'm now on my way to a long road of recovery, but my life was saved thanks to everyone who makes up this large trauma system who were there when I needed them the most. Bill Churchwell, 3 News.
It's great, as we said, graphic video there.
Yeah.